Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to go from extracting models from an entirely different game all the way to actually putting those models into your Radiant. So, you're going to need a couple things for this. First of all, you're going to need Chronos. This is basically essential for almost everything that you're going to do while making maps anyway. So you might as well get that. Next thing you're going to need is Ninja Ripper, which is right here for me. I will be linking these in the description. And you're going to need this to actually rip the tools. And I'll do like a brief rundown of how to get it to work. You're going to need this, which is called Noesis. Again, another thing that I'm going to link in the description. You're going to need, of course, the mod tool itself. You're going to need Maya. And trust me, I've tried to use this using Blender, which is definitely free, but it fucks up. So you're going to have Maya. You're also going to need rip to OBJ, which is basically converting the file that you're going to get whenever you rip the assets all the way to an OBJ. Not really because you need the OBJ, but because you're going to need the DDS file. So, I'm almost certain that's all you need. Probably won't be doing a lot of editing in here, so I don't know, but I will put something on it if I'm missing anything. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to open up your Ninja Ripper, which would be... God damn, my fucking desktop is so disorganized. Which is going to be right here. And it depends on what game you're going to use. For my example, I will be using Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 7 because that's where I'm going to get some of these assets from. So, first of all, you're going to need to find out if it's a 64-bit or a 32-bit. Now, this one I kind of think you have to guess on, but I'm pretty sure mine's a 64-bit. So, it's going to look the same in both of them, though. So, as you can see, here's the folder. Or not the folder, the file. What the fuck am I saying? You're going to go over to your game. So for me, it is in Steam Apps, Common, and Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. So you're gonna do it like that. Get to your .exe file, and this is gonna be your output directory. This is where everything's gonna be saved. So what I recommend is to make a new folder and call it Your Game Assets. Now because I already have that, I'm not going to do that. So, it's right here. Now, you can change the settings to change your rip keys, although we are going to be using forced. So, the next thing is you're going to need to find out whatever your game is using. So, to find this out, it's actually pretty easy. What you're just going to do is you're going to go to your game, open file location, and it should say like right here, D3 DLL. So once you find out what it is, that's where you're going to select this as, so D3 DLL. Next thing you're going to do is run. Now, the game is going to go really fucking slow, I guarantee you. So don't freak out or anything. It's just my computer really can't handle doing this and recording. So yeah, it kind of sucks, but you're gonna have to deal with it. Now, basically how this is gonna work, like I can see it right there, my fucking frame is really down, even though right here it's fucking perfect. Anyway, what you're gonna do is go into your game and go into something. Now, for example, for a game like this, I'm really not wanting them in action. I'm wanting them in their idle state. So I'm going to go into, if it'll load, I'm going to go into practice. Then I can do a team or whatever, it doesn't really matter. So let's say I wanted, I want this character. And That's who I want in my map. Or hell, it didn't even have to be that motive. It could also be something as simple as you want a certain model from there. In which case, completely fine. So, once you figure that out, you're going to go into here. Wait until everything's lit. Now, what I've noticed is that whenever you're ripping it, it has to be everything on screen. Everything on screen is what you're going to be ripping. And exactly like it is. So that's why it's nice having their idle states, so that's how they're going to be looking whenever you get them out. So as soon as you're in where you want to be, you're just going to hit F12, or whatever key you set your force to. And that's basically it. It's going to freeze, but after maybe 10 seconds, maybe 20, it's going to come back. As you can see, it's back. It's going at really low frame rate for you, but trust me, it's going perfectly fine for me. Now, all you're going to have to do is just close out of that. You're not going to need it anymore. There is no more need for that. So, once you've gotten that, go to your file where you ripped them. And it's going to be, for me, Naruto assets. If I go into Ninja Ripper, I see a bunch of this stuff. And, yeah. You won't have this many, you're just going to have like 3. It should be the bottom one. And as you can see, there's a bunch of RIP and DDS files. Now, of course, this is where you're going to be like, okay, how do I view them and all that to know which one I want. Because it is going to rip a lot of files that you're not going to need. So, how you're going to go about doing this is Noesis. You're going to open up Noesis, and when you open it up, I already have it opened up right here. And once you have it opened up, the way I like to do it is go by size. And it's going to take me a little bit, but the reason why I like to do this is because obviously the higher size the rip is, the more likely it is that it's going to be something that you need. Now, this isn't the case all the time, but it is a good thing to go by. Also, I'm not sure if this is every game, but for the couple of games I've tested, this does seem to be the case. And that is, your models for your characters might not always be in one. In which case, they're going to be multiple different RIP files that you're going to have to like put together. In which case, that I can't really help you on. I haven't actually really tried to do this. But yeah, you are going to have to try to put those all together to where it actually looks like it's supposed to. Like I said, I haven't tried it, but anyway. So here's the thing. So for me, I'm going to be ripping the... Now, like I said, I recommend you do it by size, but I'm just going to do it by name because I know exactly which one it is. But I'm going to be doing the green gate thing that you see right here. It's going to be right here. And see, here it is. This is what your preview is going to be like. Now, you're going to have to do a couple things. First thing is you're going to need to convert this into an OBJ. Not because you're going to need the OBJ file itself, but because you're going to need the DDS files. So, you're going to open up your RipDOBJ, find your mesh. So if you need help with finding that, it should say it right here. Go into your assets, Ripper, and where all your meshes are, and just type in the number. So for me, it's 13132. There it is. Just kind of confirm it. Yep, that's their one. And then you're gonna go and put this in a different directory. For me, I created another new file called the game OBJs. And I made it, and then I make a new folder in here and call it what this model is, Green Rashomon. And then I double click it and select the folder, convert, and boom, that's that part done. So now if you go into your Naruto OBJs, which would be somewhere in here for me, I'm just gonna fucking open it through the folder on my desktop. But if you look in here, that's not the right one. It's gonna have your material, your OBJ, and your DDS. Your material you don't need to worry about. That's fucking, you're not gonna use it at all. And your OBJ you're not actually gonna use at all as well. It's mainly your DDS the reason why you do this. Then you're gonna go back into Noasis, grab your file that you just selected. So this one. You're gonna export it. And you're gonna export it as a FBX. I'm not sure if you need to do the TGA one. I doubt it, but I just did it anyway because that's how I always did it. And I'm gonna put it out into the Green Rashomon path. Oh wait, I need to name it. So Green Rashomon. So once you have all of this done, you're just gonna export it. Done. Now that that's done, you are going to open up Maya. This is the next part. Now I'm just gonna open up a new scene. Don't save. By the way, your models might become really big, or they might be like in weird rotations. You can mess with these and radiate yourself, so that's why I don't really mess with them in Maya. Although, if you do have some skill in Maya, you can mess with them and make them actually how they're supposed to be, and make it easier on yourself. But because I have like no skill in Maya, I don't do that. So now what you're going to do is you're going to go to import, and go find your Rashomon, or whatever you're doing. So mine is right here, and you're going to click the FBX, not the OBJ, because the OBJ fucks it up for some reason. So you're going to click the FBJ, you're going to get this warning, it doesn't really matter. And if I scroll out, there it is. To see it and it's where it's going to be like colored, just press 6, and boom, there it is. Now you can mess with it further through here. One thing I do recommend, if and only if you have done this multiple different times, is because sometimes, especially for a model like this where it has like 2 different versions, it's gonna have like the same version of this. So what I do is I changed its name to Green or something like that. Actually, I do recommend keeping it lowercase, because if you keep it uppercase, it's gonna show the error mark, and I just fucking hate that. It's not gonna affect it at all, but I just fucking hate it. So once you've got that done, literally all you need to do from there is, okay, I'm just gonna fucking close you. There's no need for you. Holy fuck. Anyway, all you're gonna do is you're gonna select this. So select this over here, and then you're gonna select this, basically your mesh, and you're gonna, oh wait, this is where I forget things. You're also gonna need to install the Call of Duty tools onto your Maya. I'll probably add that at the beginning of the video, and like text or an animation. Or actually, do they have animations in YouTube? I don't think they do, but anyway, I will add that in some way, shape, or form. And I will also leave the link in the description. So in the Call of Duty tools, you're going to see Export X Model and all these. You're going to use Export X Model. Now, I have no idea why, but actually I'll show you this later. So, I'm going to save this somewhere. Where I usually do this is exactly where I have the other ones anyway. Then Green Rashomon. And for some reason, whenever you click the export selected, it'll say the current scene is not safe, continue. Just click yes, I don't know. The first time I did this, I had to select no for some reason, or otherwise I would have messed up. But you shouldn't have to. Now, if we go into our Green Rashomon, we have this X model export. You're just gonna open up Chronos, drag this in here, and make sure it's on X model and animation converter. And you're gonna get this. I usually just move this over here, and boom. Now, just because you can keep it together with your model export, what I recommend is creating, oh, I did not mean to do that. Open back up. I recommend creating a new folder in model export and call it whatever it is, custom things, like I have there, or Naruto, because these are all Naruto models. And you're going to copy this, and copy it over. Or paste it over, really. And you're going to get all this. Really, the OBJs and all that, don't really need to worry about, but the rest you need. Basically, these two things you can get rid of. Nobody cares about them. I'm just going to keep them anyway. Now, this is where you actually go into Ape and everything. So have your mod tools ready, and go into Ape. And I'm going to explain on why you can't use Blender a little bit further, is because I did experiment with Blender at first, because like I said, I really didn't have Maya until I started experimenting with custom weapon ports, which I am going to try to figure out. And this showed a free way to get it, so I just did it that way, because I know Maya is a better tool anyway. And the problem with the Blender version is that the textures would not show up in Radiant. I have no idea why. They just want it. So once you're in Ape, you're gonna create a new GDT. I already have one. Just create a new one and name it your game or custom things, whatever you want it. Save it. Boom. Now under that new GDT, you're gonna do a new asset. Call it whatever your model is. For me, it's a green Rashomon, and name it and have the asset type as X model. Just press OK, and you're gonna see it right here. It's not in this preview right now. I'm not exactly sure why. Might have to give it a little bit. And then where it says LOD 0, you click the 3 dots. All right, there it goes. You can click the 3 dots. You're gonna see like a cube at first. That's perfectly normal. Click Naruto, click Green Rashomon, and then click the X model bin. And if you don't see anything, just click this blue circle up there. It'll basically show up. Now it's gonna ask for this green material. Just gonna click it, press OK, and it's gonna say a bunch of this stuff. Just put Geometry Advanced, Lit Advanced, Metal, and Metal. Now, I usually put metal because it's a door, and I'm not exactly sure what the hell I'd put that. But then you're gonna go down to specular and gloss, and click this drop down on specular map, and click black specular, and click this one on gloss map and make it black. Now go over to your color and click on the image over there on your color map, and just press OK. Now it's going to ask your texture. This is what we used. Oh wait, actually I forgot about this step, but you can do it on this part anyway. Which this is also another reason to have Chronos. You're going to open up your Green Rashomon file in your Naruto. Is it Model Export? Okay, yeah. Just trying to make sure. And you're going to grab your DDS file, move it over. Oh wait, that's that's model and animation. Make sure you put it to image converter. Move it over. You're gonna get this TIFF file and just move it back. Now you can do this. My bad. Now you're gonna go into your texture and you're gonna see in your Green Rashomon this TIFF file. Just click it, and if you go back to your green or whatever model you're doing, I know I'm saying it like that. If I say green or Rashomon, it means your model. Just saying. And you'll see right here, I have no idea why I can't actually move it around. I know other people can. Somebody can tell me in the comments, that'd be nice. So just save all, because I can see everything is working, even if it is at night. And actually the reason why that is because I have rendering on night. So let me go ahead and put that on morning. There we go. Now we can see that nice and clear. So once it's done, you can X out of Ape and go into your Radiant. I probably should have had a Radiant open before this, if I could make it a little bit easier on you guys, but whatever. Yeah, you're just gonna have to deal with it. And if I'm going fast, I'm sorry. It's just this, I think this is like my second tutorial I've ever done on this channel. The first one was how to mod a fucking mobile app, so this isn't really the norm for me, but this is something that I'm sure a lot of people have been wondering, and that some people with good ideas, like such example as making a Dragon Ball Z map, for example, somebody's done that, but he did none of the models from any other games. Even the Goku that looks like he's on fire, that's just a pixel art. So this would be nice for people that want to do that thing. And like I've said, some characters for some games are not going to have everything put together, and they're going to be like separated. It's fucking weird, trust me. But you just have to deal with it, unfortunately. But as soon as we open it up, as you will see, as soon as it's being white, as you can see, I have my blue one and my red one right here. The red one has like this and that because I forgot to do that step earlier on Maya to change the material name. I didn't do that for this one, so it has it like that. But everything else is basically the same, so I'll probably just keep it like that. Then all you need to do is go into your all and type in your name, Green Rush Showman. And as you can see, the textures are all there. Everything's there. Now you'll probably notice a couple things. First thing that I noticed anyway was that it's fucking huge. It's really huge. And yeah, so to change that, you're just gonna go down to your entity info, or I think it's B. Okay, maybe not. N? Yeah, it's N. So just press N, go to your entity info, and scroll down until you see model scale. Then just change this to anything under than 1, or above than 1 if you need it bigger, and it'll change its size. So there we go. That's just kind of to match it up with, oh fuck, didn't mean to do that. Just to kind of match it up with how the other ones look. And some of you might also be noticing something else, something that I had to do with these ones. In fact, it's like rotated weirdly. Oh wait, let me do a couple more. Oh wait, no, my bad. There we go. That makes it better. So you might be noticing, well, it's like rotated weirdly. Well, to fix that, just press R. Then you can change these like very precisely, so that you don't have to use these. And this one is to go like that. And this one is to go like that. So yeah, you can change it with these, and they work well. So yeah, that's basically how you do it. If any of you run into a problem, I actually do need somebody in the comments. I will pin this comment, because I do remember that I had a problem that I couldn't actually see my things that I put into Ape on Radiant, and if somebody knows the fix to this, I do remember I fixed it, but I do not remember how. So if somebody does remember, please type it down in the comments. And by the way, this should nearly work exactly the same for any model you get off online. It's just like a little bit different. Like, you don't need to do the FBX step, and you can do it straight from the OBJ and all that, but there's other tutorials out there for those. This was strictly for people that have been struggling from getting models from other games that isn't COD, because you can easily get the X models and stuff from Mob of the Dead just by going to Black Ops 2, or hell, just by fucking playing some of the like remastered Bridge or remastered Starter Room. But these were for games, especially like Naruto. If you're wanting to make a Naruto map, these are kind of essential. And honestly, I love these fucking things. I'm gonna be using them as a door, and yeah, I fucking love them. So I'm gonna open up fucking the map itself. Let me just save this. I'm gonna do everything right here. I'm not gonna jump cut or anything. I don't know why any of you would actually think this is fake, but the main reason is because I'm using OBS and I'm actually not sure how to just pause it, and I don't want to fucking merge two videos together. But again, it's also, oh wait, my bad. It's also for the fact that I don't want you guys to think of anything. And I'm just gonna put this out there. Please try to be respectful and try to like give credit where credit is due. If you're taking assets from a game, try to mention that in the descriptions, like the exact game or anything. Hell, even link their fucking Steam Steam game page. Also, I do recommend you fucking credit these two guys for this awesome Chronos tool, and basically credit both of these people. I don't really care what you're doing it for or anything. I mean, hell, I'll probably let it slide if it's like one fucking model from Far Cry, but anything other than that, please try to be respectful and do try to credit these people, because they do work hard in their games. And a story, I think that's his name. Wait, look. Asuri and DTZ Exporter do work very hard in these different tools, and it would just be nice for you guys to actually credit them, because they work hard, and we don't want them to get pissed off at us because, oh, people aren't crediting us. Now I have to hope that my game will fucking work smoothly, and I will tell you this, like I've said, the game's gonna run like shit. It's inevitable. It does this because my computer is shit. Unfortunately for me, I can't do anything about that right now, but you guys will be able to. You guys will be able to see this in your map perfectly fine. And yeah, and like I said, if I'm going too fast, I'm sorry. First time. And yeah, hopefully this will take very long, because I don't want to bore you guys too much. I really do like boring people. Not boring people as in people that are boring, but boring people in the way of making people bored. I know some people are just gonna go down to the comments and just be like, "Ah, fuck you, mate, you said it wrong." I actually do think I might know why this is happening. Give me a quick second. But yeah, you shouldn't have a problem. I am, because my game's being a cunt. Trust me, it's not usually like this. And it makes me want to fucking kill myself when it is. But you have to trust me on this one. Actually, I'm going to delete this fucking user map anyway, because I don't use it. But yeah, if you guys look at my previous video, it is a map that I've made. It's actually right here, Labyrinth, Dura, and Toten. And I might just put these things as the new doors, just because I know people have been like, oh, well, it's like hard to know where it is and all that. And while the exclamation marks are okay, I think these would be a good fix. So I don't know, tell me what you think. This is how to do it. And like I said, this was a throwaway map, so I'm not sure if that was the reason why. And I will actually go into I will cut this video, add the other video in, and show you guys on a different map if that is the case. So I will be right back. Okay, alright, there we go. So this is my released map. Go down in the description, go download it. It's a pretty fucking terrible map, but I mean, I get a couple excuses. First of all, I'm not very, well, I just said I'm not that very, I should fucking kill myself. I'm not very old, so I'm about as old as a fucking fetus. But not only that, this is my first map, and I would appreciate it if you guys go download it, leave some criticism, tell me to go fucking kill myself. Who knows, maybe if enough people say it, I'll actually fucking do it. But go download it. It's an alright map. I mean, I got a 4 out of fucking 10 from this guy, so yeah, I mean, can't be that bad. And this, I'm gonna be showing you guys the model that it's actually not the model that I did, which was the green one. This is actually the red one, but just to show you guys that it works, because obviously this fucking red gate shit, but it's obviously not a fucking model from Black Ops 3. Hell, that'd be fucking funny though. So here we are. It's gonna be low ass frames for you, cause yeah, fuck yeah. So if we go into no clip, and we look out here, here it is. Here's the model. We go over here, and see the chains are working fine. Well, not working, but they're there. They don't sway or anything. Holy fuck, am I going out fucking low ass frame rate? Anyway. Yep, there it is. Might notice that there's like some blue on it, even though it's supposed to be a red one. Especially some of you Naruto fans out there are gonna criticize me for that. And it's not anything, well, actually it is my fault because I could have fixed that. But basically what happened is, I think I already told you guys this, but I didn't change the name in Maya, so that is actually very important. Just make sure you change that name every single time, just to your model. It's just gonna make it easier, make sure you have no troubles. This is actually a texture from my blue one, and it worked well on there, mainly because there's not that much difference between them, but there is some. So yeah, make sure you do that. And by the way, you do have to link and compile. You can't just compile it, something I had to learn the hard way. Just like my 3rd time fucking trying to do this. But yeah, there it is. Will it stay out here? Probably fucking not. But I don't know, I'm not sure if I want to replace the doors that I have right now. Actually, I'll go ahead and show you guys the doors. They're basically the fucking wall with a question mark on them. So tell me if you want me to replace these with those doors. But I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking about it, but I'm not sure if I really want to. But like I said, link to this map in the description. Oh fuck! You might notice my cool little teddy bear over here. That's fucking glowing green and shit. But that will be the end of the video. Like, subscribe, fucking tell me to kill myself. I don't give a fuck. At this point, I'm just pumping out shit that I don't usually do. But this was a tutorial that I felt like some people could definitely use. And hopefully you guys can use this. I don't really know what to say. Bye.